Hey, my crafting friends, I'm Pebbles. Welcome to my channel, Qualitas Creations. Today, I'm hosting an open collaboration, hashtag Die Cut With Me Mondays. It's an open collaboration, and you just show what die cuts you're working on. You can upload your video anytime on Monday. All I ask is that you use hashtag Die Cut With Me Mondays and tag me at Qualitas Creations so I can watch your video. This week, I'm using the letter H. You can do any die cut you want. I'm just trying to use my stash. So I'm using alphabet cards and I'm pulling a different alphabet letter each week. And then I go in my stash and find something that starts with that letter and I use it for a die cut. So this week is H. So let me show you what I found in my stash. It's this die cut from Momenta. It is honeycomb. Sorry for the glare. So we'll go ahead and start cutting this die out. So I think I'm going to use foam. And you know me, I love my glitter. So I'm going to use glitter foam. I'm not sure if I will like gold or yellow better, so I decided that I will try one of each and then see which one I like better. So this is my Sizzix Big Shot, and it is electronic. This is a birthday present from my husband. He bought it for me, I think it was a couple years ago, and I absolutely love it. When my mom comes over, she uses it, and I use the handheld one, or, you know. So let's see. I'm going to set this aside for just a moment, and then we'll try the gold. Oh, this is thin. This is a very thin foam. And this is what it looks like. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to poke all of these out. So this might take a few seconds. So what did everyone do this weekend? I know here in the Midwest, it was nice. It was nice and warm on Saturday, and it rained all day on Sunday. Well, pretty much all day. But I have decided that this year I want to go and visit once, every weekend that I'm not working, of course. I want to visit either an apple orchard or a pumpkin patch, a different one each weekend, because I want to try out different apple donuts, to be quite honest. I was about to say, oh, look at all the apples and check out the pumpkins. But, let's just be honest here. I really want to find out what apple orchard around me. And I'm, driving further away from home. My husband and I are doing this little road trip. And actually multiple road trips. And we want to find out who has the best apple cider donut and who has the best apple cider. Now, it's still early in the year, so my favorite apples aren't even out yet. I love Red Delicious apples. They are my absolute favorite, but I do like other apples too. So I know my husband and we tried, and I don't remember I think it was called Enoch. It was in Wisconsin, and the apple cider donuts that they had were not, from a mix. They were homemade, like their own recipe. Oh my goodness, they were really good, actually. I grew up on Edward Apple Orchard apple cider donuts, so I'm used to those apple cider donuts, and they are so good. They melt in your mouth. They are literally like the, what are, I'm trying to think of those donuts that are really, really good. Oh my goodness. I'm filming at night, so. Krispy Kremes. Oh my goodness. If you've ever been to a Krispy Kreme place and they're actually making the donuts fresh on site, wow. Definitely try them when they come off that conveyor belt. Oh my goodness. They are absolutely delicious. Anyways, Edward's Apple Orchard is like the Krispy Kreme. I mean, they are delicious. And so I grew up on those and I absolutely love those. And my husband and I went to, I believe was it Ten? I think it's Tenick or Enick. I'll have to look it up. Anyways, we went there and their apple cider donuts were just really hearty and delicious. They're not quite what I'm used to, but oh my goodness, they were absolutely good, delicious. They were better than good. They were delicious. Trying to find my little poker tool. I know I have it. I have this one right here, but the problem is I can't get the top off of it. And if you've ever been filming before, you know that always happens when you're filming, because any other time that you're sitting around doing your crafts, you know, not on camera, everything just goes so smoothly. But once you take that camera out, oh my goodness. I'm just joking. Seriously, but, well, serious. Yeah. I'm kind of joking, but kind of not joking. Anyways, so this weekend, my husband and I went to another apple cider place. I think it was on Saturday because Sunday it was raining. We really didn't go anywhere Sunday. And I believe it was called Apple Hut. And oh my goodness. Wow, their donuts were delicious. They were those light, airy apple cider donuts that I'm so used to. So I was like, wow, these are really good. I did like the other ones too that I had mentioned earlier. They were just they were different. They're more like a cake donut, you know, but the taste was, oh, they were wonderful. I just love apple cider donuts. If you haven't noticed that yet, fall is my favorite. I love apple cider donuts. I love apple cider. I love pretty much anything pumpkin. I don't drink cold coffee though, so I'm not really into those iced pumpkin lattes. I know a lot of people love those pumpkin lattes, but I don't like iced coffee. I love coffee. I just don't love iced coffee. Actually, I don't like iced coffee at all. My husband, he drinks iced coffee. He drinks that in cold brew, so he likes them iced, but no. Our daughters, same way. They love iced coffee. Me, I love hot coffee. And I'm I call myself a true coffee drinker because I will drink coffee black. I don't need sugar or cream because honestly, I don't do it for the taste. I drink coffee for the caffeine. So it doesn't matter what it tastes like to me, as long as it's not really strong and bitter. I don't like bitter coffee. Anyways, so we set this over here. We can take a look. Here's our honeycomb in gold, and here's our honeycomb in yellow. You know, I like them both. And then when I wonder if I could put these in here. Put the gold ones here, and maybe the yellow ones inside here. That's actually pretty cool. I'll be right back. I need to get some paper. I think I'm going to make a couple cards. That would be 5 5/8 by 4 1/4. Okay. So I'll take white paper and If it's 4 1/4, I think I'll do 4 1/2. And I'll cut another piece 4 1/2. I'm using an 8 1/2 by 11 sheets, and I have it on the 11 1/2 inch side. I also said it was 5 5/8. So let's see here. 5 5/8. I think I'll do 5 7/8. And I'll cut this one at 5 7/8. I'll set this aside. I want a little bit of the white showing. That's why I made it slightly larger. Oh, that's going to be so cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, now you can really see the gold and the yellow. Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness, I love it. Okay, let's set this aside for a second. I have my lovely glue gun here. So let me make sure it's not clogged. And it's not clogged. Okay. Put glue on the outside. I don't think that clogged is a problem. I think I might be low on glue. Oh my goodness, I am. Okay. I know this is Nuvo glue and it's a refillable bottle by my Sweet Petunia. I'm not using Nuvo glue to refill my bottles. Whoa. Just to show you, I will be using some art glitter glue to refill it. So I just need to refill it really super quick. In the meantime, maybe in the comments you can put what your favorite thing is to do in the fall. Do you like to go to the pumpkin patch with your family or friends? Do you like to go to the apple orchard? Do you like hay rides? I know fall is such a beautiful time of the year. I love to go up north and look at the trees. They change colors and they're so beautiful. I love the yellows and the oranges and the reds. Oh my goodness. Fall is definitely my favorite. And I love the fact that it's cooler out. I do like summer. Don't get me wrong. I do like summer. But I'm more of a jeans and sweatshirt type person, or like jeans. I like to layer my clothes, like a t-shirt and a sweater. So I do love fall. It's my favorite season of all. And I know a lot of people love winter because of all the snow. They like to go snowboarding and skiing, ice skating outside. Oh my goodness. I don't know where you live, if you live in a state that it gets cold enough to ice skate outside, but if you do and you feel comfortable ice skating, I should say, you should try it out. Okay, I think I have enough glue. I don't have to fill it up completely because I am on camera and I'm sure everyone wants to see how this project turns out as much as I do. So I'll have enough glue to get through this project. Put this back together. Okay. Now let's try this again. Oh, that's so much better. My mom and I just love our precision glue guns. We always use them when we're crafting. We bought them from Creative Pals in Brookfield, Wisconsin, I believe it is. And then we found out our friend Chelsea, she sells them at Inky Stamper. I'm like, oh my goodness. We had already purchased ours, but you know, I think maybe when I go to the Inky Escape this year, I might purchase another one because my mom comes over to craft, you know, and this precision glue gun is really good for her hands, and it's just easier for her to glue. So she usually uses mine when she's here because hers is at home. But I think I might purchase another one just to have at the house. So when my mom does come over to craft, she'll have her own precision glue gun to work with. Hopefully I don't get too much glue on this. You can tell this has been well used. And then I'll set this on top. Press it down a little bit. You have to be careful. It's really thin foam. I think I purchased it, I believe, at Hobby Lobby. It's this 12 by 18 inch Silly Winks, and it is 1.5 millimeters. I told you it's really thin. Now it's time to make the base of the card. This time I'll use black cardstock. And this is 8.5 by 11. And our card, if I remember correctly, is 4.5. So I think what I will do is I will cut this at 10. And I will score it at 5. Not sure if I'm going to want to cut it more or not. So let's take a look. We're making this card together, so I probably should have made a prototype and then made a video, but you know, sometimes you just feel a little creative and you just want to start working on something, and yeah. I think maybe definitely need to cut the bottom. This is 5 7/8. I'm going to look at my card and see kind of where I want to put it. And then I will decide where to cut it. So it's 5 7/8. I like where it looks right here. So I think I will cut it at 6 3/8. That looks good. I'll put the measurements in the description. I'll probably have to watch the video again so I can write down the measurements. But that's okay. Oh, that is so pretty. I love it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to flip this over. This time I'm going to use my tear tape, and it's a 1/2 inch tear tape. You can use whatever size you have available. I mean, if you only have an 1/8 or a 1/4, that's fine too. I just grabbed what was closest to me. I know this is tear tape, and technically you can just tear it, but I don't tear it very well. It's always jagged, and I don't like that. So I rather cut it. But you can do whatever you want. Whatever works for you. Use my bone folder, kind of smooth it out. I'll use my reverse tweezers. I know I always call them my reverse scissors, and they're not. They're reverse tweezers. I'll use my reverse tweezers. Smooth this over. And I think I have some bumblebee words, like beehive or like queen bee or something. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at my stash. Trying to use my stash more because I have a lot of items that I've been collecting throughout the years. And I notice sometimes I purchase more items and they sit in the bag. Does anyone ever do that? Like you're in your craft room and you're cleaning your craft room and you're like, oh my goodness, I didn't even realize I had this because I haven't even put it away yet. Yes, that's me. It's going to line it up a little bit. They look really good right there. Open it up. Use my bone folder. Use my bone folder on this side. Like I said, the foam is so thin. I'm afraid if I do this on the other side, I'm going to rip the foam. And I didn't give it much time to dry, so it still needs time to dry. Let me take a look at my die cuts. Let's see here. Might be under words. That is fall die cuts, Halloween die cuts, word die cuts. Here we go. Let's see what I have. B. Ooh. B foam. Be mine. Words B. Oh, but it's in black and yellow. Okay, so I'm going to flip this over. This time I'm going to use my tear tape, and it's a 1/2 inch tear tape. You can use whatever size you have available. I mean, if you only have an 1/8 or a 1/4, that's fine too. I just grabbed what was closest to me. I know this is tear tape, and technically you can just tear it, but I don't tear it very well. It's always jagged, and I don't like that. So I rather cut it. But you can do whatever you want. Whatever works for you. Use my bone folder, kind of smooth it out. I'll use my reverse tweezers. I know I always call them my reverse scissors, and they're not. They're reverse tweezers. I'll use my reverse tweezers. Smooth this over. And I think I have some bumblebee words, like beehive or like queen bee or something. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at my stash. Trying to use my stash more because I have a lot of items that I've been collecting throughout the years. And I notice sometimes I purchase more items and they sit in the bag. Does anyone ever do that? Like you're in your craft room and you're cleaning your craft room and you're like, oh my goodness, I didn't even realize I had this because I haven't even put it away yet. Yes, that's me. It's going to line it up a little bit. They look really good right there. Open it up. Use my bone folder. Use my bone folder on this side. Like I said, the foam is so thin. I'm afraid if I do this on the other side, I'm going to rip the foam. And I didn't give it much time to dry, so it still needs time to dry. I had to re-record this video because the first one, I didn't realize it, but it didn't have any sound. And I think my microphone might have, the battery probably just ran out. They are rechargeable. So I decided to recharge the microphone. And since I already made these really cute cards, I thought, well, I'll just share them with you. So this is the first one. Remember the gold foam honeycomb? This is what I decided to do with it. I used these little inserts from the honeycomb, and I decided to go yellow, gold, yellow, gold, yellow. I used the sentiment honeybee, and I did die cut a honeybee, and I think this turned out absolutely adorable. For this honeycomb here, the yellow glitter foam, I decided to make the honeycombs in shapes of flowers. And then I used the sentiment beautiful. I think this turned out really adorable too. Well, the letter for next month, dun, 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 and I already know what the letter is because I recorded this already. Unfortunately, the sound wasn't there, so I had to re-record it. My next letter will be M. I know I thought it looked like a W, but when I flipped it over, it says M as in mirror. So I thought, okay, well, the next letter is M. Well, thank you for spending time with me today. If you like my video, please give me a thumbs up and leave a positive comment. Feel free to join in this open collaboration any Monday. And since I didn't put out a video last week because I had some technical difficulties with my filming, I decided to make this video today. So I hope everyone has an awesome rest of the week. Stay safe, stay positive, and keep crafting. Bye, my crafting friends.